Space Trolls, Genesis here, bringing you a guide for Prey, this one going over the treasure hunt side objective in the game. I will show you where to begin this objective, where to find all 4 of the treasure maps, the areas on the station they point you to, and the 2 possible outcomes of treasure you can walk away with. So let's begin with where it all starts in the crew quarters. During the time that Talos I was more alive, Abigail, Foy, and a few other crew members would meet up in the recreation hall to play a tabletop role-playing game called Fatal Fortress. Abby, as their dungeon master, gave all 4 of them a map under their character's alias. 2 of these maps are found in the crew quarters. The map of Captain Stabfellow, or Elias Black, is actually on the table in the recreation center that they were playing Fatal Fortress. While here you can pick up Abigail Foy's room key as well, because you'll need that later. Second in here is the map of Rosalyn Swyft, aka Emma Beatty, who can be found out of sorts in the fitness center. The map can be picked up from her inventory. The third map, given to Hordinbaffle Flagdasterous, or as mortals call him, Zachary West, was likely found already because Zachary West also holds the key for crew quarters, and his remains are right in front of the deep storage door in the Arboretum. Last is the map of Melindra Shadowcorner, also known as Danielle Show. This one is actually in deep storage and was emailed to her by Abby, so you will find this one in the files of Danielle Show's computer in the command center. Now that we have all the maps, let's find out where they lead. Melindra's clue will be the first to find, and we can begin our search by heading to the guts, which can be accessed through the Arboretum, and floating down the main corridor towards the shuttle bay. Once finding the shuttle bay entrance, you'll notice that you're in fuel storage first. It is in here that you find Melindra Shadowcorner's clue, a giant 1 painted on the wall. Look at it for a few seconds and it will register as found. From here, you can float back out to the guts and travel a few meters further down the way to find the cargo bay entrance. Go through here and you will end up in the guts loading bay section, right next to cargo bay B. As soon as you walk out into the main room, there will be a big 5 painted on the wall. Just like last time, look at it for a moment until it registers in the objective, and on to the next. Hordinbaffle Flagdasterous Map is actually in life support, and one of the entrances to life support are in the guts loading bay. So you can simply turn around from the last clue and go into life support. Once in life support, take the main grav shafts down and go towards the water treatment area. If it's your first time here, you will be able to enter through the duct up above. After you do get inside of water treatment, to the left of the eel tank is a giant 3 painted on the wall. Once you get that objective, let's start heading back to the crew quarters. Captain Stabfellow's clue is actually here, so you can in fact find this clue before or after the other 3. I just figured this way was more efficient. There's a recycler room upstairs from the entrance. Walk in and turn your gaze upward, and you might be able to make out a large 6 in the darkness. Now that we've uncovered all the hidden numbers, the treasure awaits. Abigail Foy's room can be found in the B section of the crew cabins. Use her key to enter if you haven't already, and the password to her computer can be found on a sticky note under the desk. Sign in and you can open up the hidden treasure utility. From here you can enter the numbers 1, 3, 5, and 6 in whichever combination happens to work for you. This part is randomized, so here are all the possible number combinations. After entering in the proper combo, a status bar and message will flash saying transferring sweet loot, and then seemingly nothing happens. Do not panic. Instead of transferring something to your inventory or your chipsets, this actually gave you a fabrication plan for a chipset, so you need to go to a fabricator to make it. As mentioned before, there are 2 results for this objective. If you went through the process of finding all of the clues, you should be rewarded with a fabrication plan for the Adventurer's Toolkit chipset made for your suit. This comes with a ton of cool benefits, which includes increased recycler yield, increased wrench critical hit chance, more efficient flashlight usage, and it also speeds up your crouched movement by a small percentage. As for the other outcome, if you skipped finding the 4 clues and instead just went to punch in the combination, Abigail Foy's computer will give you a very different reward, a fabrication plan for a chipset called the Game Master's Ire, which instead of any benefits gives you handicaps of reduced recycler yield, less flashlight efficiency, and a lowered crouch speed instead. In other words, the Game Master doesn't like cheaters. So that, Space Trolls, is how you can find and complete the treasure hunt objective. While the route I showed in this guide was very direct, which routes did you take to find all of these clues, and how are you enjoying your Adventurer's Toolkit? Please share in the comments, I'd love to hear about it, and I'm sure others would too. If you found this guide useful, please do whatever it is you see fit to show that, and if you're hoping for more no-nonsense guides like this one, you know what to do. Thanks so very much for watching. This is Genesis, and I hope to see you survive Talos I.